India. It is not merely a country, but a vast and vibrant subcontinent, a living, breathing civilization that has persisted, evolved, and flourished for millennia. Here, the very air seems thick with stories, a tapestry woven from countless threads of history, culture, and profound spirituality. It is a land of staggering contrasts, where ancient rituals are performed against the backdrop of bustling modern metropolises. The sheer scale and diversity of this place are almost overwhelming, a testament to the enduring power of both nature and humanity, existing in a complex, often chaotic yet beautiful harmony. It is a world within a world, waiting to be explored. From the formidable ice-crowned peaks of the Himalayas, which stand as silent sentinels to the north, to the warm, palm-fringed coastlines of Kerala, caressed by the gentle waves of the Arabian Sea, India presents an unparalleled spectrum of landscapes and experiences. Each region possesses its own distinct character, its own unique rhythm of life. One can journey from arid, sun-scorched deserts to dense, humid rainforests, all within the borders of this single nation. This geographical richness has given rise to an equally rich biodiversity and a human diversity that is simply astonishing in its scope and complexity. This is a destination that caters to every conceivable kind of traveler, every curious soul. For those with a spirit of adventure, there are mountains to climb, rivers to raft, and jungles to explore. For the historian and the archaeologist, there are ancient ruins that whisper tales of fallen empires and glorious dynasties. For the seeker of spiritual solace and inner peace, there are sacred rivers, tranquil ashrams, and temples that resonate with the chants of centuries. And for those who simply wish to immerse themselves in a world of sensory delight, there are markets overflowing with spices, colors, and sounds. In the journey that follows, we will embark on an exploration of 20 of the most remarkable destinations this incredible land has to offer for the year 2025 and far beyond. This is not just a list, but an invitation to witness the soul of India, to experience its heartwarming hospitality, and to be transformed by its profound beauty. So let us prepare ourselves, open our hearts and minds, and begin this truly unforgettable expedition into the heart of a timeless civilization. The adventure starts now. Our journey begins here, on the banks of the sacred Yamuna River in the city of Agra. Before us stands a monument that needs no introduction, yet continues to defy description: the Taj Mahal. It is more than a building. It is a poem, an elegy rendered not in words, but in flawless white marble. It is the world's most enduring and magnificent symbol of eternal love, a testament to an emperor's grief and devotion. Commissioned in 1632 by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, it was built to house the tomb of his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal. Its creation was an epic undertaking, a labor of love that spanned 2 decades and required the skill of thousands of artisans. To gaze upon it is to witness perfection. The structure is a masterpiece of Mughal architecture, a seamless fusion of Persian, Islamic, and Indian artistic traditions. Every element, from its grand bulbous dome to the 4 slender minarets that stand sentinel at its corners, is designed with breathtaking symmetry and precision. The marble itself seems to have a life of its own, changing its character with the shifting light of the day. It is a structure that does not simply occupy space, it commands it, radiating a sense of peace and profound serenity that touches all who stand in its presence. The legend behind its creation is as powerful as the monument itself. It is a story of a love so deep that its loss inspired the creation of unparalleled beauty. Shah Jahan, it is said, was inconsolable after the death of Mumtaz during childbirth. He channeled his immense sorrow into this architectural marvel, intending it to be a paradise on earth for his departed queen. Every carved flower, every inlaid gemstone, every calligraphic inscription of verses from the Quran speaks of this profound personal story, transforming the grand mausoleum into an intimate expression of love and loss that resonates across the centuries. Recognized as one of the new 7 wonders of the world and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Taj Mahal is not just a relic of the past. It is a living icon of India. It draws millions of visitors each year, people from every corner of the globe who come to stand in awe of its majesty. They come not just to see a famous building, but to feel the powerful emotion it embodies. It represents a universal human experience: love, loss, and the desire to create something beautiful and lasting in the face of mortality. To truly appreciate the ethereal beauty of the Taj Mahal, one must observe it as the sun makes its daily journey across the sky. The experience is not static, it is a dynamic spectacle of light and shadow. The most magical time, perhaps, is at the break of dawn. As the first rays of sunlight pierce the morning mist, the marble monument appears to blush, taking on soft pastel shades of pink and orange. The air is cool and still. The crowds are thinner, and the sense of tranquility is at its most profound. It is in these quiet moments that one can almost feel the soul of the place. As the day progresses, the character of the Taj continues to evolve. Under the full glare of the midday sun, the marble gleams with a brilliant, almost blinding whiteness, its intricate details and carvings thrown into sharp relief. The sheer craftsmanship becomes astonishingly clear, every lattice screen and floral inlay a testament to the genius of its creators. The reflection in the long water channel that leads to the mausoleum is a perfect mirror image, a vision of sublime symmetry that seems to bridge the gap between the earthly and the divine, reality and its perfect watery illusion. But it is perhaps at sunset that the Taj Mahal performs its final, most dramatic act of the day. As the sun dips towards the horizon, the sky is set ablaze with fiery hues, and the white marble becomes a canvas for this celestial light show. It absorbs the warm golden glow, appearing as if it were carved from amber. The shadows lengthen, adding depth and mystery to its form. Viewing it from the Mehtab Bagh, the garden complex across the river, offers a particularly poignant perspective, as the monument is silhouetted against the dying light, a somber and majestic farewell to the day. For the intrepid visitor, there is one more spectacle, the full moon viewing. On these special nights, the Taj Mahal is bathed in a soft, silvery luminescence that is utterly bewitching. The marble seems to glow from within, creating a ghostly, dreamlike apparition that feels entirely otherworldly. It is an experience that transcends mere sightseeing, becoming a deeply moving, almost spiritual encounter. To witness the Taj in its many moods is to understand that it is not just a static monument, but a living entity, constantly changing, forever beautiful, and eternally captivating. From the Mughal grandeur of Agra, our journey now takes us west into the arid heartland of Rajasthan, to a city that wears its royal heritage like a magnificent cloak. This is Jaipur, famously known as the Pink City. It was founded in 1727 by the visionary ruler Maharaja Sawai Jai Singh II, a man renowned for his prowess in warfare, architecture, and astronomy. The city itself is a marvel of early urban planning, laid out on a grid system based on the ancient Hindu architectural principles of Vastu Shastra. It is a place where every street and boulevard seems to lead to another historic wonder. The moniker Pink City is not merely a poetic flourish. In 1876, in a grand gesture of hospitality to welcome the Prince of Wales, who would later become King Edward VII, the entire city was painted a terracotta pink. This color, traditionally associated with welcome and warmth, has been maintained by law ever since, bestowing upon Jaipur a unique and harmonious visual identity. To wander through its bustling bazaars and grand avenues is to be enveloped in this warm, rosy hue, a constant reminder of the city's regal past and its enduring tradition of hospitality. The royal heritage of Jaipur is not confined to museums. It is the very fabric of the city. The descendants of the royal family still reside in a section of the magnificent city palace, a sprawling complex that lies at the heart of the old city. This palace is a breathtaking blend of Rajasthani and Mughal architectural styles, featuring a series of courtyards, gardens, and buildings. Within its walls, one can find museums showcasing royal costumes, antique weaponry, and priceless artifacts that offer a tangible connection to the opulent lifestyle of the Maharajas who once ruled this kingdom. Life in Jaipur unfolds with a vibrant energy that is infectious. The streets are a kaleidoscope of color and sound. Camels and auto rickshaws share the same roads, while the air is filled with the aroma of street food and the chatter of merchants in the crowded markets. The people of Rajasthan, known for their brightly colored turbans and flowing saris, add to the visual spectacle. This is a city that proudly displays its history while embracing the chaos of modern Indian life, creating a dynamic and utterly captivating environment for any visitor. Dominating the skyline of Jaipur is the formidable Amber Fort, or Amber Fort, a sprawling palace complex perched atop a rugged hill. This was the original capital of the Kachwaha clan before Jaipur was built. Ascending its ramparts, either on foot or by jeep, is like stepping back in time. The fort is a labyrinth of grand halls, private chambers, and mirrored palaces. The Sheesh Mahal, or Hall of Mirrors, is particularly enchanting. A single candle flame can illuminate the entire room, its light reflected in thousands of tiny, intricate mirrors, creating a starlit, magical effect that is simply unforgettable. No visit to Jaipur is complete without marveling at the Hawa Mahal, the Palace of Winds. This extraordinary 5-story facade, with its 953 small windows, or jharokas, is perhaps the city's most iconic landmark. It was not a palace in the traditional sense, but an elaborate screen built so that the royal women who lived in strict purdah could observe the daily life and festive processions on the street below without being seen themselves. Its intricate honeycomb design also allowed cool breezes to circulate, making it a masterpiece of both aesthetics and practical, climate-sensitive design. Beyond the palaces and forts, the soul of Jaipur resides in its vibrant local culture and its bustling bazaars. Each market specializes in different goods. Johari Bazaar is a paradise for jewelry lovers, glittering with precious gems, silver, and the famous Kundan and Meenakari work. In Bapu Bazaar, one can find exquisite textiles, leather goods, and the traditional Rajasthani footwear known as juttis. These markets are not just places of commerce, they are social hubs, sensory explosions where one can haggle with shopkeepers, sample local delicacies, and witness the true, unfiltered spirit of the city. The cultural life of Jaipur extends to its crafts and its cuisine. The city is a center for block printing, pottery, and carpet weaving, and visitors can often see artisans at work, practicing skills that have been passed down for generations. The local food is rich and spicy, with dishes like al-bati churn and lalma, offering to experience Jaipur is to immerse oneself, to explore its majestic forts, to get lost in its colorful markets, and to savor the flavors of its royal and vibrant culture. From the arid plains of the north, we now journey southwards, to a world governed not by stone, but by water. Here, in the coastal state of Kerala, lies a vast and intricate network of interconnected canals, rivers, lakes, and inlets. A delicate aquatic ecosystem known to the world as the backwaters. This is a realm of profound tranquility, a liquid landscape where time itself seems to slow, flowing as gently as the currents that weave through the verdant tapestry of palm groves and paddy fields. It is a world apart, a labyrinth of life where human existence is inextricably linked to the ebb and flow of the tides, creating a unique and harmonious civilization that has thrived for centuries. The backwaters are, in essence, the lifeblood of this region. They are a complex system, a circulatory network that nourishes the land and its people. For generations, these waterways have served as the primary highways, facilitating transport, trade, and communication between isolated villages nestled along their banks. The very rhythm of life here is dictated by the water, from the fishermen casting their nets in the early morning mist to the children splashing playfully on their way home from school. It is a testament to the remarkable adaptability of life, a demonstration of how a community can not just survive, but flourish in an environment that is constantly in motion, ever-changing, yet eternally serene. This intricate web of water stretches for hundreds of kilometers, a sprawling, shimmering expanse that reflects the boundless sky above. It is a habitat of extraordinary biodiversity, home to a dazzling array of aquatic life, from the smallest shimmering fish to the majestic waterbirds that patrol the skies. Otters and crabs make their homes along the muddy banks, while the lush vegetation provides sanctuary for countless species of insects and amphibians. This delicate balance, this symphony of life, is what makes the backwaters not just a place of scenic beauty, but a vital and functioning ecosystem, a precious natural heritage that demands our respect and protection. The experience of this water world is one of deep immersion, a sensory journey that stills the mind and soothes the soul. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and blooming flowers, punctuated by the chorus of birdsong and the gentle lapping of water against the hull of a passing boat. The overwhelming color is green, 1,000 shades of it, from the deep emerald of the mango leaves to the bright lime of the young rice shoots. It is a landscape that invites contemplation, a place to disconnect from the frantic pace of the modern world and reconnect with the simple, profound rhythms of nature itself. To truly embrace the spirit of this aquatic world, one must board its most iconic vessel, the Ketuvalam, or houseboat. These magnificent crafts, once used as barges to transport rice and spices across the labyrinthine waterways, have been ingeniously transformed into floating sanctuaries of comfort and tranquility. Constructed traditionally from jackfruit wood planks tied together with coir ropes, the name itself means knotted boat. They represent a remarkable fusion of age-old craftsmanship and modern hospitality. To drift along the backwaters on a Ketuvalam is to become part of the landscape, moving with its gentle pulse. The journey aboard a houseboat is an experience unlike any other. It is a slow, unhurried exploration, allowing for an intimate connection with the surroundings. As the boat glides silently through the water, a panorama of rural Kerala life unfolds. One can observe villagers going about their daily routines, children waving from the banks, and fishermen tending to their intricate Chinese fishing nets. It is a moving portrait of a life lived in harmony with nature, a glimpse into a culture that has been shaped and sustained by these very waters for generations, offering a perspective that is both humbling and deeply inspiring. The ideal time to embark on this serene voyage is during the post-monsoon and winter months, from September through to March. During this period, the skies are clear, the humidity is low, and the entire landscape is washed clean, vibrant with a renewed life. The weather is perfectly temperate, creating an idyllic atmosphere for relaxing on the deck of the houseboat, feeling the gentle breeze, and watching the world drift by. The waters are calm, the currents gentle, making it the perfect season to surrender to the unhurried pace of the backwaters and let the journey itself become the destination. As dusk descends upon the backwaters, the world transforms into a canvas of fiery oranges and soft purples. The boat anchors for the night in the middle of a vast lake, and a profound silence descends, broken only by the hum of insects and the distant call of a night bird. Here, under a canopy of a million stars, far from the glare of city lights, one can experience a sense of peace that is almost primordial. It is a moment of pure magic, a powerful reminder of the simple, unadorned beauty of the natural world and the enduring allure of this remarkable waterbound kingdom. We travel now to the banks of a river held sacred by a billion souls, the mighty Ganges. Here, on its western crescent, lies a city that defies the very concept of time, Varanasi. Also known as Kashi, the City of Light, it is one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities on Earth. A place where the realms of the physical and the spiritual merge in a constant, vibrant, and often overwhelming display. For millennia, pilgrims have journeyed to these sacred shores, seeking purification, knowledge, and liberation, or moksha, from the endless cycle of rebirth. This is not merely a city, it is a living, breathing nexus of faith. The spiritual significance of Varanasi is palpable, an energy that permeates every stone and every laneway. It is believed that to die here is to attain instant salvation, and this belief draws the devout, the elderly, and the hopeful from every corner of the subcontinent. The city's waterfront is lined with more than 80 ghats, immense stone stairways that descend into the holy waters of the Ganges. Each ghat has its own story, its own purpose. Some are for bathing and prayer, while others, like the Manikarnika Ghat, are sacred cremation grounds where the fires of final passage burn day and night, an unflinching testament to life's ephemeral nature. Life in Varanasi unfolds along these ghats, a continuous, mesmerizing theater of human existence. From the first blush of dawn, the steppes teem with activity. Priests perform ancient rituals, yogis contort their bodies in silent meditation, families immerse themselves in the holy water to wash away their sins, and vendors sell offerings of flowers and incense. It is a chaotic yet harmonious tapestry of sound, color, and devotion. To walk along the river is to witness the full spectrum of the human condition, from the joy of birth ceremonies to the solemnity of last rites, all playing out against the timeless backdrop of the flowing river. The city itself is a bewildering maze of narrow, winding alleys, a labyrinth where sacred cows wander freely, temples chime with the sound of bells, and the air is thick with the aroma of spices and burning incense. Getting lost in these ancient galleys is an essential part of the Varanasi experience, for it is here, away from the main ghats, that one discovers the city's hidden heart. Small shrines, centuries-old homes and workshops where artisans craft exquisite silks reveal themselves around every corner. This is a city that does not merely house history. It breathes it, lives it, and invites the visitor to become a part of its unending story. As daylight fades, the spiritual heart of Varanasi beats its strongest. At Dashashwamedh Ghat, one of the city's most spectacular rituals begins, the Ganga Aarti. Every evening as the sun sets, thousands of pilgrims and travelers gather to witness this powerful and deeply moving ceremony of light and sound. Young priests, clad in saffron robes, take their positions on ornate platforms facing the river. It is a meticulously choreographed spectacle, a tribute to the river goddess Ganga, a symphony of devotion that has been performed for centuries, connecting the present moment to an ancient, unbroken tradition. The ceremony is an assault on the senses, in the most profound way imaginable. The air fills with the rhythmic chanting of mantras, the clang of brass cymbals, the resonant blow of conch shells, and the ringing of countless bells. The priests move in unison, gracefully wielding large, multi-tiered oil lamps, their flames dancing in the twilight, casting a golden glow upon the captivated faces of the crowd. Plumes of fragrant incense smoke spiral towards the heavens, creating an ethereal atmosphere that seems to bridge the gap between the earthly and the divine. It is a spectacle of pure, unadulterated faith. The Ganga Aarti is more than just a performance. It is a collective offering of gratitude. It is a prayer to the river that gives life, sustains civilizations, and offers spiritual liberation. As the ceremony reaches its crescendo, devotees release small diyas, oil lamps on a bed of flowers, into the river. Thousands of tiny flames float downstream, carrying prayers and hopes, transforming the dark waters into a flowing galaxy of light. This act symbolizes the release of the individual ego into the cosmic whole, a beautiful and poignant expression of the core tenets of Hindu philosophy, witnessed here on the grandest of scales. Beyond the ghats, the spiritual landscape of Varanasi is dotted with thousands of temples, each a sanctuary of peace amidst the city's vibrant chaos. The most famous is the Kashi Vishwanath temple, dedicated to Lord Shiva, its golden spires gleaming in the sun. It is the spiritual epicenter of the city, drawing immense crowds of devotees who wait for hours for a momentary glimpse of the sacred Jyotirlinga within. Exploring these ancient temples, from the grand and famous to the small and hidden, offers a deeper understanding of the immense devotion that has consecrated this ground, making Varanasi a truly timeless city of faith. We now ascend to a realm of stark, breathtaking beauty, a place where the earth seems to reach up and touch the heavens. This is Ladakh, the land of high passes. Nestled deep within the mighty Himalayas, this high-altitude desert is a landscape of extremes, a world of raw, unfiltered nature that challenges and inspires in equal measure. Here, jagged peaks scrape against a sky of impossible blue, barren mountain slopes cascade into turquoise rivers. and the air is so thin and clear that the sun feels closer. Its light sharper and more brilliant than anywhere else on the subcontinent. It is a land that demands resilience from all who inhabit it. The journey into Ladakh is an adventure in itself. Whether by air, flying over a sea of snow-capped giants, or by road, navigating some of the world's highest and most treacherous mountain passes, the approach is a gradual acclimatization to a different world. The landscape is a geological masterpiece, a dramatic canvas painted in shades of ochre, purple and brown, sculpted by millennia of wind and ice. This is a cold desert, where life clings tenaciously to the river valleys, creating startling ribbons of green against the arid backdrop. It is a testament to the power of water and the indomitable spirit of life in one of the planet's most inhospitable environments. The scenic beauty of Ladakh is almost otherworldly. It is a photographer's paradise, where every turn in the road reveals a new, awe-inspiring vista. The sheer scale of the landscape is humbling, reducing human concerns to their proper, insignificant size. Silence is a profound presence here, a deep, resonant quiet that is broken only by the whisper of the wind or the call of a lone chog soaring on the thermals. This is a place for introspection, for adventure, and for reconnecting with the raw, untamed power of the natural world, a power that is both terrifying and profoundly beautiful in its immense scope. But Ladakh is more than just a landscape. It is a vibrant cultural outpost of Tibetan Buddhism. Perched precariously on hilltops and cliffs are ancient monasteries, or gompas, their whitewashed walls and colorful prayer flags standing in stark contrast to the barren mountainsides. These are not museums, but living centers of faith and learning, where the gentle rhythm of monastic life has continued uninterrupted for centuries. The sound of chanting monks and the low drone of ceremonial horns echo through the valleys, adding a layer of deep spiritual resonance to the already sublime scenery, making Ladakh a destination for both the body and the soul. Among the many natural wonders of Ladakh, few can compare to the ethereal beauty of Pangong Tso. This extraordinary high-altitude lake stretches for over 130 kilometers, crossing the border from India into Tibet. Its waters are a mesmerizing spectacle of shifting colors, changing from azure blue to emerald green and even violet depending on the time of day and the angle of the sun. The lake's saline water, which freezes solid in the harsh winter, supports no aquatic life, adding to its stark, pristine, and almost surreal character. To stand on its shores is to feel as though you have stepped onto another planet. Another key attraction is the Nubra Valley, a high-altitude oasis accessible via the formidable Kardung La Pass, once claimed to be the highest motorable road in the world. Descending into Nubra is like entering a hidden world. Here, the Shiok and Nubra rivers have carved a wide valley, allowing for cultivation and the growth of sea buckthorn bushes. The valley is famous for its sand dunes, a surreal sight at such an altitude, and for its unique inhabitants, the double-humped Bactrian camels. These hardy creatures, relics of the ancient Silk Road trade route, offer a unique way to explore this remarkable and secluded landscape. For those seeking spiritual solace, the monasteries of Ladakh are essential destinations. The Hemis, Thiksi, and Diskit Gompas are among the most famous, each a treasure trove of ancient art, scriptures, and cultural heritage. Thiksi Monastery, with its striking resemblance to the Potala Palace in Lhasa, cascades down a hillside and offers panoramic views of the Indus Valley. Inside, one can find a magnificent two-story statue of Maitreya Buddha, the future Buddha, and witness the moving spectacle of the morning prayer ceremony, a deeply atmospheric and unforgettable experience that connects one to the region's ancient spiritual pulse. Ladakh is, at its heart, a land of high adventure. It beckons to the trekker, the mountaineer, the river rafter, and the thrill-seeking motorcyclist. The challenging terrain offers endless opportunities for exploration, from multi-day treks through remote valleys to whitewater rafting on the Zanskar and Indus rivers. The sheer act of traveling through this landscape is an adventure, a constant negotiation with the elements. It is a place that tests one's limits, pushes boundaries, and ultimately rewards with a profound sense of accomplishment and a deep, abiding respect for the power and majesty of the Himalayan wilderness. Here, where the mighty Ganges River descends from the Himalayan foothills, a unique spiritual ecosystem has taken root and flourished for millennia. This is Rishikesh and Haridwar, twin settlements bound together by the lifeblood of the river and a shared devotion to the pursuit of inner peace. It is a landscape not just of physical geography, but of profound spiritual topography, where every bend in the river, every stone on its bank, seems to resonate with an ancient sacred energy. The air itself feels different here, charged with the ceaseless murmur of prayers and the rhythmic clang of temple bells, a constant living soundtrack to a timeless quest for enlightenment that draws souls from every corner of our planet. The river, a powerful force of nature, is the central protagonist in this enduring drama. Emerging from the icy grip of the high mountains, it arrives here, in the plains, not as a raging torrent, but as a serene yet potent presence. Its turquoise waters, clear and cold, carry with them the purity of their glacial source, a symbolic cleanser for the millions who come to bathe in its sacred currents. In Haridwar, at the famed Har Ki Pauri Ghat, this daily ritual of purification becomes a spectacle of immense faith, a collective immersion into the very essence of Hindu cosmology, a powerful illustration of humanity's deep and abiding connection to the natural world. This environment has long been a sanctuary for seekers. Sages and saints for countless generations have sought refuge in these hills, meditating in hidden caves and along the river's edge, seeking to unravel the mysteries of existence. Their legacy has permeated the very soil, creating what is now globally recognized as the yoga capital of the world. Here, the ancient discipline of yoga is not merely a form of physical exercise. It is a way of life, a holistic philosophy that seeks to harmonize the body, mind, and spirit. The call to practice here is almost irresistible, a chance to connect with the authentic origins of this profound tradition. The landscape itself seems designed for contemplation. The gentle rustle of leaves in the sal forests, the distant call of a Himalayan bird, the steady calming flow of the river, all coalesce to create an atmosphere of profound tranquility. It is a place where the frenetic pace of modern life seems to dissolve, replaced by a slower, more deliberate rhythm. Here, one is invited to simply be, to observe, to listen, and to feel the deep, resonant pulse of the earth. A pulse that has drawn pilgrims and wanderers to these sacred banks since the dawn of recorded history, a testament to its enduring power. While serenity is the dominant note in this symphony of faith, a thrilling counterpoint of adventure adds a dynamic layer to the region's character. The very river that cradles the spiritual aspirants also offers a formidable challenge to the adventurous. The rapids of the Upper Ganges, north of Rishikesh, present a world-class arena for whitewater rafting. Here, the river's calm demeanor gives way to a churning, frothing energy, a powerful reminder of nature's untamed spirit. Navigating these currents is a test of courage and teamwork, an exhilarating dance with the raw power of the water that leaves one with a renewed sense of vitality and a deep respect for the river's dual nature. This duality is a defining feature of the Rishikesh experience. One can spend the morning in quiet meditation, absorbed in the practice of pranayama, and the afternoon navigating the tumultuous rapids, feeling the spray of the holy river on their face. This unique blend of activities attracts a diverse community of travelers. Backpackers with well-worn yoga mats mingle with thrill-seekers donning helmets and life jackets. This confluence creates a vibrant, eclectic social fabric where conversations can shift seamlessly from the nuances of Vedantic philosophy to the best lines to take through a challenging section of the river, all happening under the watchful gaze of the Himalayan peaks. Beyond the river, the surrounding Shivalik hills offer their own set of challenges and rewards. An intricate network of trekking trails winds through dense forests and up to secluded waterfalls and hidden temples. These paths, once trodden only by ascetics and local villagers, now beckon to those who wish to explore the region's natural beauty on foot. The air grows cooler and cleaner with every upward step, and the panoramic views from the higher vantage points are nothing short of breathtaking. It is an exploration that fosters a deeper connection with the land, a physical pilgrimage that complements the spiritual one taking place below. And as dusk settles, the two worlds merge once more in a spectacular display of devotion. The Ganga Aarti ceremony, performed at twilight in both Rishikesh and Haridwar, is a sensory masterpiece. Thousands of tiny lamps, cupped in leaves and flowers, are set afloat on the river, their flames dancing on the darkening water, carrying prayers and hopes downstream. The air fills with the sound of chanting, the ringing of bells, and the scent of incense, a powerful collective offering to the river goddess. It is a moment of pure magic, a fitting culmination of a day spent in the embrace of this extraordinary place, where spirit and adventure flow together as one. Journeying south along the sun-drenched western coast of the subcontinent, we arrive at a very different kind of sanctuary. This is Goa, a sliver of land defined by its symbiotic relationship with the Arabian Sea. For centuries, its shores have been a nexus of cultures, a vibrant meeting point for East and West, and this history has shaped a habitat that is utterly unique in India. The air here is thick with the scent of salt and frangipani, and life moves to a slower, more languid rhythm, dictated by the ebb and flow of the tide. This is a realm dedicated to the pursuit of susagad, a Konkani term that encapsulates a feeling of contented relaxation and blissful laziness. The Goan coastline is a remarkable tapestry of beaches, each with its own distinct character and ecological niche. In the north, beaches like Baga and Kalangute are hives of activity, their golden sands teeming with life. Here, the social dynamics are complex and ever-shifting, a constant parade of humanity seeking sun, sound, and connection. The shoreline is fringed with a dense ecosystem of shacks, each a micro-habitat offering sustenance and shade, their brightly colored facades a stark contrast to the endless blue of the sea and sky. This is the vibrant, pulsating heart of Goa's tourism, a place of relentless energy and social display. Venture further south, however, and the landscape transforms dramatically. The crowds thin, and the beaches of Palolem and Agonda reveal a wilder, more pristine character. Here, the sands are softer, the palms grow denser, and the rhythm of life slows even further. These shores are crucial nesting grounds for the olive ridley sea turtle, and conservation efforts have helped preserve their tranquil nature. One can walk for miles without encountering another soul, accompanied only by the cry of a sea eagle and the gentle sigh of the waves. It is a world away from the frenetic energy of the north, a testament to the remarkable diversity contained within this small state. This coastal strip is more than just a place of leisure. It is a living museum of cultural fusion. The legacy of over 400 years of Portuguese rule is etched into the landscape. Whitewashed churches with ornate Baroque facades stand sentinel amongst the palm groves, their bells tolling a rhythm that has blended seamlessly with the local Hindu and Christian traditions. The architecture, the cuisine, the music, and even the language bear the indelible mark of this colonial past, creating a cultural hybrid that is both fascinating and utterly charming, a unique adaptation found nowhere else on Earth. Life in Goa is a multi-sensory experience, a constant feast that engages not just the eyes, but the palate and the ears as well. The local cuisine is a direct reflection of its history and geography, a bold and flavorful fusion of Konkani and Portuguese culinary traditions. The abundance of the sea is central to this diet. Dishes like the fiery prawn balcao or the tangy fish vindaloo tell a story of maritime trade routes, of spices carried from distant lands, and of cooking techniques adapted over centuries. The use of coconut, kokum, and fiery red chilies creates a flavor profile that is complex, pungent, and utterly addictive, a true taste of this coastal paradise. As the sun begins its descent, painting the sky in fiery hues of orange and pink, a different kind of energy begins to stir. Goa is legendary for its nightlife, a tradition that began in the 1960s with the arrival of hippies seeking freedom and a different way of life. Today, that legacy has evolved into a sophisticated and diverse nocturnal scene. From the iconic trance parties on the cliffs of Anjuna to the chic beach clubs of Morjim, there is a rhythm to suit every mood. The night air thrums with electronic beats, the sound carrying across the water, creating a primal, hypnotic atmosphere that draws revelers to dance under the stars until dawn. Yet, away from the pulsating beats of the beach parties, another, more organic soundscape can be found. The flea markets, most famously at Anjuna, are sprawling, chaotic ecosystems of commerce and culture. Here, one can find a bewildering array of treasures, from handcrafted Rajasthani jewelry to Tibetan singing bowls and locally designed clothing. The air is a cacophony of languages, a testament to Goa's international appeal as vendors and buyers engage in the age-old ritual of haggling. It is a vibrant, colorful spectacle, a microcosm of the world drawn together by the magnetic pull of this unique coastal enclave. Ultimately, the enduring appeal of Goa lies in its remarkable ability to be many things to many people. It is a sanctuary for the weary, a playground for the hedonist, a haven for the artist, and a home for a culture that celebrates diversity. Whether one is seeking the solitude of a deserted southern beach, the spiritual communion of an early morning yoga session, or the collective euphoria of a beach party, Goa offers a niche. It is this adaptability, this capacity to embrace all comers without losing its essential character, that makes it one of the most resilient and beloved habitats on the planet. Deep in the heart of the Indian subcontinent, rising from the plains of Madhya Pradesh, stands a testament to an era of extraordinary artistic and spiritual expression. This is Khajuraho, a complex of temples that represents a pinnacle of medieval Indian architecture. Built by the Chandela dynasty between the 10th and 12th centuries, these structures are not merely places of worship, they are intricate sculptures on a monumental scale, a symphony carved from sandstone. What survives today is a fraction of the original 85 temples, yet it is enough to leave one in awe of the skill, vision, and sheer human effort that brought them into being. The genius of the Khajuraho architects lies in their masterful understanding of form and balance. The temples are built upon high platforms, which isolates them from their surroundings and elevates them towards the heavens. From this base, a series of soaring spires, or shikaras, rise in a rhythmic, organic fashion, mimicking the peaks of a mountain range. This design is not accidental, it is a deliberate representation of Mount Kailash, the mythical abode of the god Shiva. The effect is one of aspiration, of a structure reaching from the mortal realm towards the divine, a physical manifestation of a spiritual journey. As one draws closer, the sheer density of the sculptural detail becomes apparent. Every available surface, from the plinths to the highest spires, is covered in a breathtaking profusion of carvings. These are not random embellishments. They form a complex and coherent narrative. We see depictions of gods and goddesses, celestial nymphs or apsaras frozen in graceful poses, mythical beasts, and scenes of courtly life. The artists have captured a world in stone, a vibrant tableau of a society that was confident, prosperous, and deeply engaged with both the sacred and the secular aspects of existence. The skill of the sculptors is almost beyond comprehension. They have managed to imbue the hard, unyielding sandstone with a sense of softness, movement, and life. The figures seem to twist and turn, their expressions conveying a full range of human emotions: contemplation, joy, love, and longing. The delicate details, from the strands of hair to the folds of a garment, are rendered with a precision that seems impossible. It is as if the stone itself has been transformed, its inert nature overcome by the sheer force of the artist's creative will, leaving behind a legacy that continues to captivate and mystify. It is, of course, the erotic sculptures for which Khajuraho is most famous, and indeed most controversial. These carvings, depicting couples and groups in intimate and acrobatic embraces, are executed with the same artistic finesse and lack of inhibition as the other sculptures. To the modern eye, their presence on a sacred temple can be perplexing, but to understand them, one must look through the lens of the tantric philosophies that were prevalent during the Chandela period. In this worldview, the physical and the spiritual were not seen as separate, but as interconnected aspects of a single reality. These sculptures are not, as some have mistakenly believed, a form of pornography or a simple guide to carnal pleasure. They are a profound philosophical statement, a celebration of karma, desire, and pleasure, as one of the essential goals of a complete and balanced life, alongside dharma, duty, artha, prosperity, and moksha, liberation. The carvings represent the creative energy of the universe, the union of masculine and feminine principles from which all life springs. They are a bold, unapologetic affirmation of life in all its fullness, a recognition that the path to the divine can be found through the embrace of the worldly. The placement of these sculptures is also significant. They are typically found on the outer walls of the temples, in the transitional spaces between the profane world outside and the sacred sanctum within. This suggests a symbolic journey for the devotee. To reach the inner sanctum, one must first confront, understand, and transcend the world of sensory experience. The carvings act as a gateway, a reminder that one must engage with the material world before being able to achieve spiritual release. They are a necessary part of the pilgrimage, an education in the totality of human experience. Today, as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Khajuraho stands as a unique cultural document. It challenges our preconceptions and invites us to contemplate a worldview that was remarkably integrated and holistic. These temples are a testament to a time when art, religion, and daily life were inextricably linked. They remind us that the human impulse to create, to love, and to seek the divine are timeless pursuits. To walk amongst these stone figures is to walk through a gallery of human history, a profound and enduring celebration of life itself, carved for eternity in the heart of India. Here, in the state of Karnataka, lies a landscape that seems sculpted by giants. Colossal boulders, weathered by millennia, are strewn across the terrain, balanced precariously as if placed by a playful hand. This is the stage upon which a great empire rose and fell. It is Hampi, the last capital of the Vijayanagara kingdom. The very air seems thick with the echoes of history, a silent testament to a civilization that once flourished amidst this dramatic, almost otherworldly setting. One cannot help but feel a sense of profound antiquity, as if stepping back not just centuries, but into an age of myths and legends, where gods and kings walked the earth. This is a kingdom not built upon the land, but seemingly born from it. The architects of Vijayanagara did not seek to tame this wild canvas. Instead, they embraced it, integrating their grand designs with the natural contours of the earth. Temples and palaces rise from between the granite outcrops, their foundations merging seamlessly with the ancient stone. The Tungabhadra River, a lifeblood for the empire, snakes its way through the boulder-strewn plains, its gentle murmur a constant companion to the silent stones. To wander here is to witness a unique symbiosis between human ambition and the raw, untamed power of nature itself. For the discerning traveler, the history lover, this is a pilgrimage. It is a sprawling open-air museum where every stone tells a story. The intricate carvings on the temple walls depict tales from Hindu mythology, scenes of courtly life, and processions of elephants and warriors frozen in time. The scale of the city is staggering. What remains today is but a skeletal framework of its former glory. One can spend days, even weeks, exploring its vastness, discovering hidden shrines, forgotten aqueducts, and the ghosts of bustling marketplaces that once traded in diamonds and silks. It is a place that demands patience and rewards the curious. The sheer persistence of these ruins is a marvel. For centuries they have withstood the relentless sun, the monsoon rains, and the slow creeping tendrils of nature seeking to reclaim its own. The empire may have crumbled, its armies scattered, and its treasures lost, but its spirit endures, etched into the very fabric of this land. To visit Hampi is to engage in a dialogue with the past, to listen to the whispers of a forgotten empire carried on the wind, and to marvel at the enduring legacy of human creativity in the face of time's inexorable march. It is a lesson in both grandeur and impermanence. The heart of this ancient metropolis is the Vitala Temple complex, a testament to the zenith of Vijayanagara artistry. Here stands the famed stone chariot, an iconic structure that appears almost mobile, its wheels carved with such precision they seem ready to turn. This is not mere architecture. It is devotion solidified into stone, a level of craftsmanship that speaks of a culture deeply connected to its faith and its artistic expression. The musical pillars within the main hall, when tapped gently, resonate with the sounds of different instruments, a mysterious acoustic marvel that continues to baffle engineers and delight visitors. It is as if the very stone holds the memory of ancient hymns. But Hampi is not merely a collection of inanimate relics, it is a living landscape. Life continues to pulse through its ancient veins. Local communities reside amongst the ruins, their daily routines unfolding against a backdrop of unimaginable history. Coracles, simple circular boats woven from reed and hide, have plied these waters for centuries, and they still ferry people across the Tungabhadra today. This continuity provides a powerful link between the past and the present, a reminder that while empires may vanish, the human spirit, in its simplest form, adapts and endures, finding its home amongst the monuments of its ancestors. The landscape itself is an essential character in Hampi's story. Climbing Matanga Hill at sunrise is a ritual for many who visit. From this vantage point, the world below awakens in a soft golden light. The ruins emerge from the morning mist, the boulders glow with an inner fire, and the entire panorama reveals itself as a masterpiece of natural and man-made beauty. It is a moment of profound peace and perspective, where the scale of human endeavor is put into context against the vastness of the geological timescale. The view is a powerful reminder of our fleeting presence on this ancient planet. For the modern explorer, Hampi offers more than just history. It is a sanctuary for contemplation, a playground for rock climbers who test their skills on the granite boulders, and a haven for those seeking a slower, more deliberate pace of life. The ruins invite you not just to see, but to feel. To sit in the shade of a crumbling mandapa, to trace the carvings with a fingertip, to listen to the silence broken only by birdsong and the river's flow. It is here, in the quiet spaces between the grand monuments, that the true soul of Hampi reveals itself, captivating all who come to listen. Far from the Indian mainland, scattered like jewels upon the turquoise fabric of the Bay of Bengal, lie the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. This is an archipelago of breathtaking beauty, a realm where the land and sea exist in a state of pristine harmony. Here, dense tropical rainforests, teeming with unique and endemic species, sweep down to meet beaches of the purest, most brilliant white sand. The very isolation of these islands has served as their guardian, preserving an ecosystem that feels untouched by the frantic pace of the modern world. It is a sanctuary, a final frontier of natural splendor. The allure of these islands lies in their elemental simplicity, sun, sand, and the endless expanse of the ocean. Beaches like Radhanagar on Havelock Island, consistently ranked among the world's best, are not merely stretches of coastline, they are sensory experiences. The sand is as fine as powder, the water a mesmerizing gradient of blues, from pale aquamarine to deep sapphire. To walk along these shores at sunset is to witness a spectacle of celestial artistry, as the sky ignites in fiery hues, its reflection shimmering on the calm, clear water. This is nature in its most serene and seductive form. This is a paradise for those who are drawn to the water. The life that flourishes beneath the surface is, if anything, even more spectacular than that on the land. The coral reefs surrounding the islands are vibrant underwater cities, bustling with an astonishing diversity of marine creatures. Schools of iridescent fish move as one, a living kaleidoscope of color. Sea turtles glide with ancient grace through the seagrass meadows, and gentle giants like the dugong can, with luck, be spotted. For divers and snorkelers, this is a world of wonder, a chance to immerse oneself in one of the planet's richest marine biomes. The experience here is one of profound escape. The gentle rhythm of the tides dictates the pace of life. The symphony of the rainforest, a chorus of unseen insects and exotic birds, replaces the noise of the city. It's a place to disconnect from the digital world and reconnect with the fundamental elements of our planet. Whether you are seeking a romantic getaway, a quiet corner for introspection, or simply a place to marvel at unspoiled beauty, the Andamans offer a powerful and rejuvenating sense of peace, a true respite for the soul in a world that rarely stands still. Beyond the tranquil beaches, a spirit of adventure thrives. The islands offer a playground for the intrepid, with activities that allow for a deeper engagement with this extraordinary environment. Kayaking through the dense mangrove creeks offers a unique perspective, a journey into the quiet, tangled heart of the coastal ecosystem. These forests are vital nurseries for marine life, their labyrinthine waterways revealing a hidden world of bizarre roots and specialized creatures that have adapted to this unique brackish environment. It is a slow, immersive journey into the lungs of the islands. For those seeking a more profound connection with the ocean's depths, the Andamans are a world-class destination for scuba diving. From the vibrant reefs of Havelock to the more challenging dive sites around Barren Island, India's only active volcano, there is an underwater adventure for every level of experience. Exploring a sunken shipwreck, its hull now colonized by coral and home to myriad fish, is like stepping into another dimension. You are no longer an observer, but a participant in this silent, graceful world, moving weightlessly through a realm of alien beauty and profound quiet. Yet, for all the opportunities for activity, the island's greatest luxury is perhaps the seclusion they offer. On islands like Neil or Long Island, one can still find deserted stretches of sand where the only footprints are your own. Here, the sense of being a castaway, albeit a very comfortable one, is palpable. It is in these moments of solitude, with the vast ocean before you and the ancient forest behind, that the true scale and power of nature can be fully appreciated. It is a humbling and deeply restorative experience, a chance to find a space that is entirely your own. The history of these islands is also a compelling, if somber one. A visit to the cellular jail in Port Blair offers a stark contrast to the natural beauty. This colonial prison, a silent witness to the struggles of India's freedom fighters, tells a powerful story of sacrifice and resilience. It serves as a poignant reminder of the human history that has unfolded against this idyllic backdrop. A journey to the Andamans is therefore a complete one, engaging the senses with unparalleled beauty, challenging the body with adventure, and touching the soul with its profound history and sense of peace. In the heart of Punjab, a state known for its vibrant culture and agricultural bounty, lies a city that serves as the spiritual epicenter for millions. This is Amritsar, and at its core, shimmering with an almost supernatural luminescence, is the Harmandir Sahib, more famously known as the Golden Temple. It is not merely a building, it is a beacon of faith, a symbol of profound peace and selfless service that radiates an energy felt by all who approach. It rises from the center of a vast sacred pool, the Amrit Sarovar, or Pool of Nectar, from which the city takes its name. The first sight of the temple, especially at dawn, is an experience that transcends mere observation. As the early morning light catches the gold-leafed domes, the structure seems to glow with a divine fire, its perfect reflection captured in the still, clear waters of the Sarovar. The air is filled with the continuous melodic chanting of the Gurbani, the sacred hymns, which are broadcast from within the temple. This continuous sound bath creates an atmosphere of deep and abiding tranquility, a spiritual resonance that calms the mind and opens the heart, regardless of one's own faith or background. To enter the complex is to step into a realm of communal devotion. Pilgrims from every corner of the globe walk the parikrama, the marbled walkway that encircles the pool, their movements slow and reverent. The act of walking barefoot on the cool marble, of listening to the hymns, and of witnessing the unwavering faith of those around you is a deeply humbling experience. The temple is designed with 4 entrances, one on each side, symbolizing its openness to all people, from all walks of life and all religions. It is a powerful architectural statement of universal brotherhood. The spirit of the Golden Temple is one of welcome and equality. There are no special privileges, no VIP queues. Everyone, from the wealthiest industrialist to the most humble farmer, waits in the same line to pay their respects inside the Sanctum Sanctorum. Here, the Guru Granth Sahib, the Holy Scripture, is treated as the living Guru. The devotion is palpable, a collective energy of prayer and gratitude that has accumulated over centuries. To be present in this space is to feel a connection not just to a religion, but to a fundamental human yearning for peace and spiritual solace. One of the most extraordinary aspects of the Golden Temple is the Guru Ka Langar, the community kitchen. This is perhaps the most profound expression of the Sikh principles of selfless service, or seva, and equality. It is a colossal operation, running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, serving free, simple vegetarian meals to every single visitor, without exception. On an average day, tens of thousands of people are fed here, a number that can swell to over 100,000 on special occasions. It is a logistical marvel, powered entirely by volunteers. The Langar is a testament to the power of community. Here, people from all social and economic backgrounds sit together on the floor, side by side, sharing the same meal. This act of breaking bread together demolishes all distinctions of caste, creed, or class. Volunteers work tirelessly in the vast kitchens, chopping vegetables, stirring enormous pots of dal, and flipping thousands of rotis on hot plates. Others wash the metal plates and cups in a continuous, organized flow. To participate in this seva, even for a short while, is to connect with the very soul of Amritsar. Beyond the temple's spiritual embrace, Amritsar is a city with a rich and poignant history. Just a short walk from the Golden Temple is Jallianwala Bagh, a public garden that bears the deep scars of a tragic massacre in 1919. The preserved bullet marks on the walls and the martyr's well stand as a solemn memorial to the lives lost in the struggle for India's independence. Visiting this site provides a sobering historical context to the region, a reminder of the price of freedom and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of oppression. A short drive to the west of the city leads to the Wagah border, the international boundary between India and Pakistan. Here, every evening, a unique and highly theatrical border closing ceremony takes place. The beating retreat ceremony is a display of military pageantry, a carefully choreographed parade of bravado and national pride by the soldiers of both nations. The atmosphere is electric, with patriotic fervor filling the air. It is a spectacle that encapsulates the complex relationship between the two nations and provides a dramatic, unforgettable conclusion to a visit to this historic and deeply spiritual city. Here, nestled in the lesser Himalayas, lies a realm of mist and emerald green. This is Darjeeling, a name that whispers of colonial charm and the world's most sought-after tea. The air itself seems to carry a different quality, thin and crisp, scented with pine and the delicate fragrance of blooming rhododendrons. Life here unfolds at a gentler pace, dictated not by the frantic ticking of a clock, but by the slow, deliberate unfurling of a tea leaf. It is a sanctuary perched high above the sprawling plains, a kingdom of clouds where the earth appears to reach up and touch the heavens in a silent, reverent greeting. The very genesis of this settlement is a story of adaptation and transformation. What was once a sparse cluster of villages, a quiet monastery observing the rhythm of the seasons, was irrevocably changed by the arrival of the British. They sought refuge from the oppressive heat of the lowlands, and in these cool, mist-shrouded hills, they found their sanctuary. They carved out roads from the mountainside, built homes that echoed the architecture of their distant homeland, and most consequentially, they discovered that the soil and climate were perfectly suited for cultivating tea, a discovery that would shape the destiny of this region for centuries to come. This legacy is etched into the very landscape. Vast rolling plantations, like meticulously manicured carpets of green, cascade down the steep slopes. These are the fabled tea gardens of Darjeeling, the source of the champagne of teas. The process is one of immense patience and skill, a tradition passed down through generations. From the precise plucking of 2 leaves and a bud by skilled hands to the intricate processes of withering, rolling, and firing, each step is a testament to a deep symbiotic relationship between the people and this unique plant. It is a dance of nature and human ingenuity, culminating in a brew celebrated across the globe. To wander through these gardens is to immerse oneself in a world of profound tranquility. The silence is broken only by the gentle rustle of leaves, the distant calls of unseen birds, and the soft chatter of the tea pluckers as they move with practiced grace among the bushes. The scale of it all is breathtaking. The sheer, unending sea of green stretching towards the horizon is a powerful reminder of nature's bounty and humanity's ability to cultivate it. This is not merely agriculture, it is an art form, a living, breathing tapestry woven into the very fabric of the Himalayan foothills, a spectacle of serene, cultivated beauty. A shrill whistle pierces the mountain air, a sound from a bygone era. It heralds the arrival of the Darjeeling Himalayan Railway, affectionately known as the toy train. This is not simply a mode of transport, it is a moving marvel of engineering, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that has chugged its way along these precipitous tracks for over a century. Its small, almost whimsical carriages are pulled by a determined steam engine, a relic of industrial ingenuity, as it navigates impossibly tight curves and steep gradients. The journey is a slow, rhythmic ascent, allowing one to absorb every detail of the changing landscape. The train itself seems to be a living creature, breathing steam and smoke as it climbs ever higher. It passes through bustling market towns, where the tracks run so close to the shops that one could almost reach out and touch the vibrant displays of local produce. It crosses ingenious looped tracks known as Batasha loops, designed to conquer the severe inclines of the mountain. This railway is a lifeline, connecting the high-altitude communities, but it is also a time capsule, offering a window into the audacious spirit of the engineers who dared to lay steel tracks in this formidable vertical world, a true triumph of human resolve. The ultimate reward for this ascent, whether by rail or road, is the view. On a clear day, the horizon is dominated by a breathtaking panorama of the Himalayan range. And there, presiding over all, is the majestic peak of Kanchenjunga, the 3rd highest mountain on Earth. Its colossal snow-draped form seems to float above the clouds, a vision of pure, unassailable power and beauty. The first rays of dawn striking its peaks at Tiger Hill paint the snows in hues of fiery orange and soft pink, a spectacle so profound it feels almost spiritual, a daily miracle that humbles all who witness it. This view is a constant presence, a reminder of the raw, untamed wilderness that surrounds this enclave of civilization. It changes with the light, with the seasons, with the passing clouds. Sometimes it is sharp and clear, every crevice and glacier visible. At other times, it is a ghostly silhouette veiled in mist, a tantalizing glimpse of the giants that stand sentinel over the region. To gaze upon Kanchenjunga from Darjeeling is to feel a connection to the immense geological forces that shaped our planet, a moment of quiet contemplation before the sheer, overwhelming grandeur of the natural world. From the high, cool climbs of the Himalayas, our journey now takes us south, to the arid landscapes of Rajasthan. Here, emerging from the ochre earth like a mirage, is the city of Udaipur. It is a city born of water, a startling oasis of serene lakes and shimmering palaces that has earned it the title Venice of the East. The heart of the city beats around the tranquil expanse of Lake Pichola, its waters reflecting the sky, the surrounding Aravalli hills, and the magnificent structures that line its banks. This is a landscape designed for romance, a testament to the vision of its founders, the Maharanas of Mewar. The city's centerpiece, rising majestically from the lake's edge, is the city palace. It is not a single building, but an immense sprawling complex of palaces, courtyards, and gardens built over centuries. Its facade is a breathtaking blend of Rajasthani and Mughal architectural styles, with ornate balconies, towering cupolas, and intricate latticework creating a symphony of stone. To walk through its corridors is to walk through history itself, each chamber telling a story of royal life, of opulence, of intrigue, and of the enduring legacy of a proud dynasty that resisted conquest for generations. Within the tranquil waters of Lake Pichola lie two ethereal island palaces, Jag Mandir and the famous Jag Niwas, now known as the Taj Lake Palace. They appear to float upon the water, their white marble walls gleaming in the sunlight, creating an illusion of otherworldly beauty. Accessible only by boat, they offer an experience of unparalleled seclusion and luxury. One can imagine the royal entourages of the past gliding across the lake for leisurely escapes, finding respite from the desert heat within these cool marble halls. They are jewels set in the liquid heart of the city, emblems of a truly regal imagination. The entire city seems to have been crafted with an artist's eye for beauty and harmony. The narrow, winding streets of the old town, the ornate Havelis with their colorful murals, and the ancient ghats where daily life unfolds at the water's edge, all contribute to an atmosphere of timeless elegance. Udaipur is more than just a collection of beautiful buildings. It is a living, breathing ecosystem where the past is not irrelevant, vibrant and present force. It is a city that invites you to slow down, to drift on its waters, and to lose yourself in its captivating romantic allure. There is an undeniable air of romance that permeates every corner of Udaipur. It is a quality that has made it one of the world's most sought-after wedding destinations. The combination of fairy tale palaces, shimmering lakes, and the golden light of the desert sun creates a backdrop of almost impossible beauty. Couples from across the globe come here to celebrate their union, transforming the city's gardens and courtyards into vibrant stages for elaborate ceremonies. The very atmosphere seems to conspire to create moments of unforgettable magic, weaving love stories into the rich tapestry of the city's own history. This romantic appeal is not a modern invention. It is deeply rooted in the city's cultural DNA. Legends of royal love and chivalry are recounted in folk songs and puppet shows. The art, from the delicate miniature paintings that depict courtly life to the intricate mirrorwork that adorns the palace walls, often celebrates themes of love and devotion. It is a city that was built as a sanctuary, a place of beauty and refuge, and that inherent sense of serene enchantment continues to captivate the hearts of all who visit, making it a true haven for romantics. Beyond the palaces and the lakes, Udaipur possesses a rich and vibrant cultural life. The city is a hub for traditional arts and crafts. In the bustling bazaars, one can find artisans practicing age-old techniques, from crafting handmade paper and leather-bound journals to painting exquisite miniatures on silk and marble. The sound of a craftsman's hammer, the scent of dyes and spices, the kaleidoscope of colors in textiles and puppets. It is a sensory feast. Engaging with these artisans is to connect with a living heritage, a stream of creativity that has flowed through this city for centuries. As evening descends, the city transforms once more. The setting sun bathes the marble palaces in a warm, honeyed glow. Cultural performances spring to life, with traditional Rajasthani music and folk dances like the Ghumar and Kalbalia captivating audiences. The sounds of the sitar and the tabla echo across the water from the ghats, creating a soundscape that is both melancholic and uplifting. It is in these moments, as the stars begin to appear over the silent lake, that one truly understands the soul of Udaipur, a city that is at once a grand royal stage and an intimate cultural heart. We travel now to the far northeastern reaches of the Indian subcontinent, to a land cradled in the lap of the mighty Himalayas. This is Sikkim, a former kingdom, now a state, that remains one of India's best-kept secrets. It is a vertical world, a realm where deep rhododendron-filled valleys are carved by rushing rivers, and where terraced fields of cardamom and rice cling precariously to the steep hillsides. The air here is pure, the landscapes pristine, and the culture deeply imbued with the gentle tenets of Vajrayana Buddhism. This is a sanctuary, not just for its people, but for the soul. Sikkim's identity is inextricably linked to its dramatic topography. The land rises in a breathtaking sweep from the subtropical lowlands to the perpetual snows of the alpine zone. This incredible variation in altitude creates a staggering biodiversity, making it a paradise for naturalists. Orchids of every conceivable shape and color bloom in the forests, and the skies are alive with an astonishing variety of bird life. The state has made a conscious, pioneering effort to live in harmony with this natural wealth, becoming India's first fully organic state and a global leader in sustainable, eco-friendly tourism. Dominating the horizon and the spiritual landscape is the ever-present, awe-inspiring form of Mount Kanchenjunga. For the people of Sikkim, this is not merely a mountain, it is a guardian deity, a sacred protector known as Dzongga. Its 5 peaks represent the 5 treasures of the gods, and it is revered with a profound sense of respect and wonder. The mountain's presence dictates the placement of monasteries, influences folklore, and serves as a constant, humbling reminder of nature's power and divinity. To be in Sikkim is to be under the watchful eye of this sacred giant. Life here is a tapestry woven from the threads of ancient traditions and a deep connection to the land. The Lepchas, the original inhabitants, the Bhutias of Tibetan ancestry, and the Nepalese who arrived later have all contributed to a unique and harmonious culture. This syncretism is visible everywhere, from the shared reverence for the mountains to the vibrant festivals that punctuate the year. It is a society that has managed to preserve its gentle, profound spiritual core, offering a glimpse into a way of life that is both ancient and remarkably relevant in our modern world. Perched on hilltops and nestled in secluded valleys, the monasteries, or gompas, are the spiritual heart of Sikkim. These are not just places of worship, but vibrant centers of learning, culture, and community life. The air within them is thick with the scent of burning incense and butter lamps, and the deep, resonant chanting of monks creates a hypnotic, meditative atmosphere. The walls are adorned with intricate murals, or thankas, depicting deities and scenes from Buddhist mythology, their vibrant colors telling stories of compassion, wisdom, and the path to enlightenment. Among the most significant is the Rumtek Monastery, the seat of the Karmapa Lama. It is a magnificent example of traditional Tibetan architecture, a sprawling complex of prayer halls, stupas, and living quarters for the monks. Another is the Pemayangsi Monastery, one of the oldest and most important in Sikkim, offering breathtaking views of the Kanchenjunga range. To visit these sacred sites is to step into a world of profound peace and devotion, to witness a spiritual tradition that has been kept alive and unbroken for centuries, a beacon of tranquility in a turbulent world. The journey through Sikkim is a journey of ascent, following roads that spiral ever higher into the clouds. These routes lead to spectacular high-altitude passes, such as the Natula Pass, a historic corridor on the old Silk Route that connects India with Tibet. To stand here is to stand at a crossroads of history, to feel the chill wind that has carried traders, pilgrims, and armies for millennia. The landscape is stark and beautiful, a windswept tundra dotted with glacial lakes of an almost impossible turquoise hue, like the sacred Somgo Lake, which freezes over in winter. This is a land that challenges and rewards in equal measure. The high passes and remote valleys are a trekker's paradise, offering trails that wind through pristine forests and alpine meadows, leading to vistas that defy description. It is a place that encourages a slower, more deliberate exploration. Whether meditating in the quiet solitude of a monastery, sharing a cup of butter tea with a local family, or simply gazing at the majestic peaks, Sikkim offers a profound sense of connection to nature, to spirituality, and to a way of life that values peace and harmony above all else. Here, on the vast plains of northern India, lies a city unlike any other. This is Delhi, a sprawling megalopolis that serves as the very heart of the nation. It is a landscape not carved by rivers or glaciers, but by the relentless march of human history. For centuries, empires have risen and fallen here, each leaving an indelible layer upon the last, creating a complex and fascinating urban ecosystem. To walk its streets is to journey through time, a testament to resilience, power, and the enduring spirit of civilization. The air itself seems to hum with the stories of sultans, emperors, and viceroys, a living museum on an epic scale. The story of modern Delhi is inextricably linked with the grandeur of its past. Consider the monuments of the Mughal Empire, colossal structures that stand as silent witnesses to a golden age of art and architecture. Humayun's tomb, with its perfect symmetry and serene gardens, became the blueprint for the Taj Mahal itself, a masterpiece of early Mughal design. Further afield, the Qutub Minar, a towering victory column of red sandstone and marble, pierces the sky, its intricate carvings telling tales of conquest and devotion from over 800 years ago. These are not mere relics, they are keystones in the city's identity. But Delhi is a city of dualities, a place where ancient history coexists with the pulse of a modern republic. The architecture of the British Raj, designed by Lutyens and Baker, presents a different yet equally imposing face. The grand boulevards of New Delhi, the magnificent Arch of India Gate, and the stately Rashtrapati Bhavan, the presidential palace, were all conceived as symbols of a new imperial power. They were built to awe, to project an image of order and permanence upon this ancient land. Today, these same structures serve a new purpose, a backdrop for the daily life of a vibrant and independent nation, their original intent now a mere echo. Navigating this urban landscape reveals the city's true character. It is a place of stark and beautiful contrasts. In the shadow of a medieval fort, a state-of-the-art metro train glides silently by. The chaotic sensory overload of a centuries-old market in Old Delhi, with its labyrinthine alleys and cacophony of sounds, exists just a few miles from the tranquil, manicured lawns of Lutyens' Delhi. This constant interplay between the old and the new, the chaotic and the serene, is the very essence of the city's soul. It is a habitat that is constantly evolving, yet deeply rooted in its extraordinary past. To truly understand Delhi, one must immerse oneself in its living culture, a vibrant tapestry woven from countless threads. The city is a sanctuary for a staggering diversity of people, each community bringing its own traditions, cuisines, and languages to the collective whole. This cultural fusion is most palpable in its markets. At Chandni Chowk, one of the oldest and busiest markets in Old Delhi, the air is thick with the aroma of street food that has been perfected over generations. It is a sensory assault, a dazzling display of commerce and human interaction that has remained unchanged for centuries. The spiritual life of the city is as diverse as its population. The magnificent Jama Masjid, one of India's largest mosques, stands as a beacon of Islamic faith, its grand courtyard capable of holding 25,000 devotees. Nearby, the serene grounds of the Gurudwara Bangla Sahib offer solace and a meal to all, regardless of faith, a powerful symbol of Sikh service and hospitality. And then there is the exquisite Lotus Temple, a modern marvel of architecture shaped like a blooming lotus flower, which welcomes people of all beliefs to meditate in silence. This is a city that provides a sanctuary for the soul in many forms. The city's role as a political and economic powerhouse fuels a relentless pace of life. It is a hub of innovation, education, and commerce, drawing in ambitious individuals from every corner of the subcontinent. This constant influx of new energy ensures that Delhi is never static. It is a city in perpetual motion, its infrastructure constantly expanding to accommodate its growing population. The sleek efficiency of its metro system, a lifeline for millions, stands in stark contrast to the ancient ruins it often passes, a daily reminder of the city's journey from the past into the future. Ultimately, a visit to Delhi is an encounter with the very essence of modern India. It is a challenging and at times overwhelming environment, but it is also endlessly rewarding. It is a place where one can witness the deep currents of history shaping the turbulent waters of the present. To explore its monuments, to navigate its markets, and to meet its people is to gain a profound understanding of the complexities and contradictions that define this incredible nation. Delhi is not just a city, it is a world unto itself, a microcosm of the Indian experience, demanding to be explored. Journeying south into the heart of the Deccan Plateau, we arrive in the kingdom of Mysore, a city steeped in regal splendor and tradition. Officially known as Mysuru, This is a habitat that has been carefully curated by generations of rulers, the Wadiyar dynasty, who nurtured it into a center of art and culture. The city's rhythm is slower, more graceful than the frenetic energy of the northern capitals. It is a place where the grandeur of the past is not a relic, but a living, breathing part of the present day, its influence felt in the wide, clean avenues and the gentle disposition of its inhabitants. At the very core of this city's identity stands the magnificent Amber Vilas Palace, more commonly known as the Mysore Palace. This is the official residence of the royal family, a breathtaking example of the Indo-Saracenic style of architecture. By day, its intricate facades, stained glass windows, and opulent halls tell a story of immense wealth and artistic patronage. It is a monument designed not just for habitation, but for ceremony and display, a stage upon which the drama of royalty has been performed for over a century. Every column, every mural, speaks of a commitment to beauty and legacy. The true spectacle, however, occurs after the sun sets. On Sundays and public holidays, the palace undergoes a spectacular transformation. Nearly 100,000 light bulbs are switched on, tracing every architectural detail of the structure in brilliant gold. The palace appears as if forged from pure light, a dazzling vision against the dark night sky. This nightly ritual is a powerful display, a reminder to all of the city's enduring royal heritage. It is a moment of collective wonder, drawing crowds who gather simply to witness this fleeting man-made constellation, a tradition that connects them directly to their city's majestic past. Beyond the main palace, the city's royal narrative continues. A climb up Chamundi Hill reveals not only a panoramic view of the entire city, but also the ancient Chamundeshwari temple, the patron goddess of the Mysore royals. This sacred site has been a place of pilgrimage for over 1,000 years, its spiritual significance deeply intertwined with the city's political history. The presence of such powerful symbols, from the palace on the plains to the temple on the hill, creates a unique urban environment where the divine and the regal are seen as two sides of the same coin, shaping the very soul of Mysore. Mysore's influence extends far beyond its royal architecture. It is globally recognized as one of the primary birthplaces of modern yoga. For decades, seekers from every continent have made the pilgrimage here to study the rigorous discipline of Ashtanga Yoga, as taught by its legendary gurus. The city is dotted with shalas, or yoga schools, where students rise before dawn to practice, their synchronized breathing creating a quiet, meditative energy that permeates the morning air. This dedication to an ancient practice has given the city a unique contemplative atmosphere, a sanctuary for wellness and self-discovery. This culture of wellness is supported by the city's natural bounty. The bustling Devaraja market is a feast for the senses, a vibrant ecosystem of commerce where local life unfolds in all its color. Here, vendors meticulously arrange pyramids of fragrant spices, gleaming fruits, and vibrant flower garlands used for temple offerings. The market is also famous for its sandalwood and silk, natural resources that have been central to Mysore's economy for centuries. To wander through its crowded lanes is to experience the authentic pulse of the city, a place where the richness of the land is celebrated in daily life. The city's calm and contemplative nature transforms dramatically during the annual festival of Dasara. For 10 days, Mysore erupts in a celebration of unparalleled scale and grandeur, a tradition that has been patronized by the Wadiyar kings for over 400 years. The entire city becomes a stage. The illuminated palace serves as the focal point for a series of parades, concerts, and cultural performances. The festival culminates in a spectacular procession, the Jambu Savari, featuring caparisoned elephants, dancers, and musicians, making their way through the city streets in a magnificent display of devotion and heritage. This festival encapsulates the unique character of Mysore. It is a city that holds its traditions dear, celebrating them with a passion and pageantry that is both deeply spiritual and wonderfully theatrical. To visit during Dasara is to see the city at its most alive, to witness the seamless blending of its royal past and its vibrant present. Mysore is more than just a destination. It is an experience, a place where the pursuit of inner peace and the celebration of life's grandeur exist in perfect, harmonious balance, offering a truly unique habitat for the human spirit. We travel now to the westernmost edge of India, to a landscape that seems to belong to another world. This is the Great Rann of Kutch in Gujarat, a vast expanse of cracked earth and salt. For much of the year, this is a harsh, inhospitable environment, a seasonal salt marsh that stretches as far as the eye can see. It is one of the largest salt deserts on the planet, a unique geographical phenomenon shaped by the tidal patterns of the Arabian Sea and the arid climate of the region. It is a place of immense silence and scale, a truly primal landscape. As the monsoon waters recede each year, a remarkable transformation begins. The scorching sun beats down upon the marsh, evaporating the water and leaving behind a brilliant crust of white salt. The landscape is bleached, shimmering under the intense daylight as if covered by a fresh blanket of snow. This immense white desert creates mirages on the horizon, playing tricks on the eye and challenging one's perception of distance and space. To stand in its midst is a humbling experience, a profound encounter with the raw, elemental power of nature, a world stripped down to earth and sky. The true magic of the Rann reveals itself under the light of the full moon. When the lunar glow falls upon the salt flats, the entire desert floor begins to radiate a soft ethereal light. The landscape is bathed in a surreal bluish-white luminescence, transforming the stark desert into a dreamscape of breathtaking beauty. It is a moment of pure enchantment, where the silence of the desert is amplified by the celestial display above. For many who make the journey here, this nocturnal spectacle is the ultimate prize, an unforgettable memory of nature's subtle and mysterious artistry. This seemingly barren habitat is, surprisingly, a crucial ecosystem. During the wetter months, it becomes a breeding ground for vast flocks of flamingos, who arrive to feed on the brine shrimp in the shallow waters, creating a startling splash of pink against the stark landscape. The Rann is also the last refuge for the Asiatic wild ass, or gudkur, a species uniquely adapted to this harsh environment. The survival of these creatures here is a testament to the resilience of life, a reminder that even in the most extreme and desolate of places, nature finds a way to endure and even thrive. For 3 months each winter, this remote and silent desert becomes the stage for one of India's most vibrant cultural festivals, the Rann Utsav. On the edge of the white salt flats, a temporary city of luxurious tents materializes from the dust. This ephemeral settlement is a marvel of logistics and design, created to host thousands of visitors who come to experience the unique beauty of the region. It is a celebration of life in a place that, for most of the year, seems devoid of it. The festival transforms the stark landscape into a hub of human activity, color, and joy. The UTSAV is a showcase for the rich cultural heritage of the Kutchi people, the local communities who have adapted to life in this challenging terrain. The air, once silent, now fills with the sounds of traditional folk music, the rhythmic beats of drums and the haunting melodies of unique local instruments echoing across the salt flats. At night, campfires crackle as dancers in elaborate mirror-work costumes perform ancient routines, their movements telling stories of their history, their faith, and their relationship with this extraordinary land. It is a living exhibition of a proud and resilient culture. The festival is also a vital marketplace for the region's master craftspeople. The villages surrounding the Rann are renowned for their exquisite handicrafts, a tradition passed down through many generations. Intricate embroidery, delicate mirrorwork, hand-block printing, and beautiful lacquer art are all on display. For these artisans, the Rann Utsav is a crucial economic lifeline, a chance to connect with a global audience and sustain their ancient skills. To purchase a piece of their work is to take home not just a souvenir, but a fragment of Kutch's enduring artistic soul. A visit to the Rann of Kutch, especially during the UTSAV, offers a journey into a world of profound contrasts. It is an opportunity to witness the stark, minimalist beauty of a vast salt desert alongside the rich, maximalist vibrancy of its local culture. It is an exploration of a place where the silence of the landscape provides the perfect canvas for the sounds of celebration, and where the resilience of both nature and humanity is on full display. This is a journey to the edge of the map, a place that rewards the intrepid traveler with an experience that is truly and unforgettably unique. Here, nestled in the western Ghats of southern India, lies a realm of emerald green, a landscape so lush and rolling that it has earned the title the Scotland of India. This is Coorg, or Kodagu, a land where mist clings to the hillsides like a soft blanket, and the air itself seems to hum with life. The terrain rises and falls in gentle, rhythmic waves, a tapestry woven from dense forests, sprawling coffee plantations, and spice gardens that perfume the atmosphere with notes of cardamom, pepper, and cloves. It is a sanctuary, a refuge from the clamor of modern life, where the slow, steady pulse of nature dictates the rhythm of existence for all who dwell here. The very essence of Coorg is its pervasive greenery, a dominant life force that shapes both the land and its culture. The monsoon rains, a vital annual event, arrive with dramatic flourish, breathing new life into every leaf and stream. They transform the landscape into a vibrant spectacle of renewal, swelling the rivers and creating countless waterfalls that cascade down the hillsides in a display of raw, natural power. This abundance of water nourishes the coffee bushes that are the lifeblood of the region, their glossy green leaves forming a dense understory beneath the canopy of ancient trees that provide the necessary shade for their survival. Life for the local Kodava people is inextricably linked to this fertile earth. Their traditions, their festivals, and their very identity are rooted in the cycles of planting and harvesting. They are a proud martial race with a history as rich and complex as the ecosystem they inhabit. Their homes, known as Ainmains, are ancestral houses that have stood for generations, a testament to their deep connection to this land. Here, hospitality is not merely a custom, it is a way of life, an open-hearted welcome extended to visitors who come seeking the tranquility that Coorg so generously offers. For the traveler, arriving in Coorg is like stepping into a living painting. The winding roads carve their way through the hills, each turn revealing a new vista more breathtaking than the last. The air, cool and crisp, is a tonic for the soul, carrying the subtle, invigorating scent of wet earth and blossoming coffee flowers. This is not a destination of grand monuments or bustling cities, but rather a place of quiet contemplation and profound connection. It is a landscape that invites you to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to immerse yourself completely in the serene and powerful embrace of the natural world. At the heart of Coorg's identity lies a single cherished crop coffee. The plantations stretch for miles in every direction, a meticulously cultivated wilderness that, really defines the region's economy and its way of life. Walking through these estates is a sensory journey in itself. The air is thick with the sweet fragrance of coffee blossoms in the early months of the year, a delicate, jasmine-like scent that promises a bountiful harvest. The cherries, ripening from a vibrant green to a deep glossy red, hang like jewels from the branches, a testament to the patient labor and deep knowledge passed down through generations of planters. The process of creating the perfect cup of coffee is an art form here, a ritual perfected over decades. From the careful, selective handpicking of only the ripest cherries to the intricate methods of pulping, fermenting, and drying the beans, every step is undertaken with precision and care. Visitors are often invited to witness this fascinating transformation firsthand, to learn about the subtle differences between Arabica and Robusta, and to understand the profound impact of altitude and soil on the final flavor. It is honestly an education in agriculture, chemistry, and tradition, all culminating in the rich aromatic brew that has made Coorg famous across the globe. Beyond the coffee estates, the natural world of Coorg offers countless other treasures. The forests are home to a remarkable diversity of wildlife. The call of the Malabar whistling thrush echoes through the trees, while the flash of a vibrant sunbird's wings catches the eye. Elephants, the gentle giants of these hills, sometimes wander through the plantations, and the elusive leopard moves like a shadow through the dense undergrowth. For the keen observer, a walk through these hills is an opportunity to witness a thriving ecosystem, a complex web of life where every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, plays a vital role. And so, Coorg endures as a haven of peace and natural splendor. It is a place to find solace, whether trekking to the summit of Tadiandamol, the highest peak in the region, or simply sitting on a veranda, watching the mist roll in over the hills with a freshly brewed cup of local coffee in hand. This is a land that soothes the spirit and rejuvenates the body. A gentle reminder of the profound beauty that can be found when humanity lives in harmony with nature. It is a corner of the world that truly lives up to its name, a verdant jewel in the crown of southern India. On the shores of the Bay of Bengal, where the ceaseless rhythm of the waves meets the ancient land of the Cholas and Pallavas, lies a testament to human ingenuity and artistic devotion. This is Mahabalipuram, a coastal town in Tamil Nadu, where granite boulders have been coaxed into life by the hands of sculptors from a bygone era. Here, mythology is not merely written in texts, but is etched into the very rock, forming an open-air museum of staggering scale and detail. The sea breeze, carrying tales of maritime trade and ancient dynasties, whispers through these monolithic sanctuaries, each one a silent narrator of a glorious past that has withstood the ravages of time and tide for over 13 centuries. The story of Mahabalipuram is inextricably linked with the Pallava dynasty, who, in the 7th century, transformed this bustling port city into their artistic capital. It was a place of immense creative energy, a crucible where Dravidian temple architecture was forged and perfected. The Pallava kings, patrons of art and architecture, envisioned a landscape adorned with temples and reliefs that would not only serve as places of worship, but also as enduring symbols of their power and piety. The result is a unique collection of structures, carved directly from the living rock, showcasing a level of craftsmanship that continues to baffle and inspire architects and historians to this day. A truly remarkable human achievement. Among these marvels, the Shore Temple stands as a lonely sentinel, gazing out at the endless expanse of the ocean. Constructed from dressed stone rather than carved in situ, it represents a pivotal shift in architectural technique. For centuries, it has braved the saline winds and the relentless pounding of the surf, its twin spires dedicated to Shiva and Vishnu, a harmonious blend of deities. Legends speak of 7 such pagodas that once graced this coastline, 6 of which are now believed to be submerged beneath the waves, a lost city of gods waiting to be rediscovered. The surviving temple is a beacon of resilience, a poignant reminder of both the enduring power of faith and the ephemeral nature of human creations against the might of the natural world. Further inland, the landscape is dominated by the Pancharathas, or the 5 chariots. These are not chariots in the conventional sense, but monolithic temples, each sculpted from a single colossal piece of pink granite. Named after the 5 Pandava brothers and their wife Draupadi from the epic Mahabharata, each rata displays a distinct architectural style, as if they were experimental models or a sculptor's pattern book frozen in stone. The intricate carvings of deities, mythical beasts, and celestial beings that adorn their walls provide a profound insight into the religious and cultural life of the Pallava kingdom, a silent, stone-bound narrative of an ancient civilization's worldview. Perhaps the most breathtaking spectacle in Mahabalipuram is the colossal bas-relief known as Arjuna's Penance, or the Descent of the Ganges. Spanning a massive granite cliff face, this masterpiece of narrative art teems with life carved in stone. It depicts a pivotal moment from Hindu mythology, where the sage Arjuna performs austerities to obtain a powerful weapon from Lord Shiva, or alternatively, the story of King Bhagiratha bringing the sacred river Ganges down to earth. The entire rock face is a vibrant tableau, crowded with gods, goddesses, ascetics, and a delightful menagerie of animals, all converging towards a central cleft representing the life-giving river. The level of detail is simply astonishing. One can spend hours observing the individual figures, each with its own unique posture and expression. A family of elephants, carved with incredible realism and tenderness, marches solemnly, their young calf playfully tucked between their legs. Nearby, a cat stands on one leg, mimicking the posture of the ascetics. A touch of humor that reveals the humanity of the ancient artists. These small, intricate details transform the grand mythological narrative into a relatable and deeply moving scene. A celebration of all life, both divine and earthly, rendered with a skill that seems almost supernatural in its precision and grace. Beyond the grand monuments, the spirit of Mahabalipuram thrives in its living artisan culture. The town is still home to a community of sculptors, descendants of the very craftsmen who carved the ancient temples. In workshops scattered throughout the town, the rhythmic chip-chip-chip of hammer on chisel can be heard, a sound that has echoed through these streets for generations. Here, blocks of granite and soapstone are slowly and painstakingly transformed into exquisite idols and statues, continuing a legacy of artistic excellence. To visit these workshops is to witness a direct, unbroken link to the past, a tradition kept alive not in a museum, but as a vibrant, breathing part of the local economy and identity. Mahabalipuram, therefore, offers more than just a glimpse into history. It offers a profound connection to a continuous artistic and spiritual heritage. It is a place where the boundary between the earthly and the divine feels porous, where stone speaks and the sea sings of ancient glories. For the traveler in 2025, it is an essential pilgrimage to the heart of South Indian culture, a journey back in time to witness the moment when human hands, guided by faith and extraordinary vision, made granite itself bow to the power of their imagination, creating a legacy that continues to inspire awe and wonder in all who behold it. In the far northeastern reaches of the Indian subcontinent, nestled within a realm of perpetual moisture and emerald green hills, lies Meghalaya, the abode of the clouds. This is a land unlike any other, a place where the monsoon is not a season, but a defining characteristic of the landscape and its people. Here, the air is thick with mist, and the earth is a tapestry of lush forests, roaring waterfalls, and some of the wettest places on the planet. It is a world sculpted by water, where nature's power is on constant, magnificent display, and where humanity has learned not to conquer the environment, but to collaborate with it in the most remarkable and ingenious ways. The true marvel of Meghalaya, a testament to this unique human-nature partnership, is found deep within its rainforests. Here, the Khasi and Jaintia tribes have, over centuries, perfected a form of living architecture. Instead of building bridges, they grow them. The tangled aerial roots of the Ficus elastica, or rubber fig tree, are patiently guided across raging rivers and deep gorges, woven and trained around bamboo scaffolds. Over decades, these roots thicken and strengthen, merging to form sturdy, living structures that can withstand the force of the monsoon floods. These are the living root bridges, a breathtaking example of bioengineering and generational patience. To walk across one of these bridges is a truly humbling experience. The structure is alive beneath your feet, a network of interwoven roots forming a pathway that is both ancient and constantly renewing itself. Some of these bridges are over 100 years old and can support the weight of dozens of people at a time. The most famous of these, the double-decker root bridge in Nongriat village, is a fantastical sight. 2 levels of living pathways suspended one above the other, looking like something straight out of a fantasy epic. It is a profound symbol of a culture that views nature not as a resource to be exploited, but as a partner in survival and creation. This philosophy of harmony extends beyond the bridges. Meghalaya is a pioneer in community-led ecotourism, a model for sustainable travel. The village of Malinong, for instance, has earned the title of Asia's cleanest village. Here, cleanliness is not a government initiative, but a deeply ingrained cultural practice. Bamboo dustbins line the immaculate pathways, and every resident, from the youngest child to the eldest elder, participates in keeping their community pristine. It's a powerful lesson in collective responsibility and respect for one's surroundings, offering visitors a glimpse into a way of life that is both inspiring and profoundly beautiful. The same water that nourishes the living bridges has also carved another world beneath the surface of Meghalaya's hills. The state is home to one of the most extensive and intricate networks of limestone caves in Asia. For the intrepid explorer, these subterranean realms offer an adventure into darkness and wonder. Here, you can find vast chambers adorned with stalactites and stalagmites, underground rivers flowing through labyrinthine passages, and unique cave-dwelling fauna. The Mausmai Cave, easily accessible to tourists, provides a safe but thrilling introduction to this underground world, its illuminated passages revealing the stunning geological formations sculpted by millennia of dripping water. Above ground, the water's journey culminates in a spectacular display of waterfalls. During the monsoon season, the entire landscape comes alive with countless cascades, their roar echoing through the valleys. The Nokkalikai Falls, one of the tallest plunge waterfalls in India, is a sight of awesome and tragic beauty, its waters dropping from a sheer cliff into a deep turquoise pool below. The Seven Sisters Falls, or Nosengithyang Falls, presents a different kind of spectacle. A wide curtain of 7 separate streams tumbling down the limestone cliffs, particularly breathtaking during the golden light of the late afternoon. These waterfalls are the very heartbeats of Meghalaya, powerful and mesmerizing. Perhaps one of the most magical experiences Meghalaya has to offer is a boat ride on the Umgot River in the town of Dorki, near the border with Bangladesh. The water here is so astonishingly clear that the boats appear to be floating in mid-air, casting a perfect shadow on the riverbed far below. As you glide across this liquid crystal, you can see the smooth stones and pebbles of the river floor with perfect clarity. It is a surreal and peaceful experience, a moment of pure magic that highlights the pristine, untouched beauty of this region. This transparency is a fragile gift, a direct indicator of the health of the river, and a powerful argument for its continued preservation. Meghalaya, the abode of the clouds, is more than just a destination. It is an immersion into a different way of seeing the world. It is a place that challenges our notions of architecture, community, and our relationship with the natural environment. It beckons the traveler in 2025 who seeks not just scenic beauty, but a deeper connection to the planet. It is a journey into a realm of living bridges, crystal-clear rivers, and communities living in quiet harmony with the powerful forces of nature, offering lessons in sustainability and a profound sense of wonder that will linger long after the mists have cleared. From the snow-clad peaks of the Himalayas to the sun-drenched shores of the Indian Ocean, from ancient ruins that whisper tales of forgotten empires to living root bridges grown with generational patience, we have journeyed across a land of staggering diversity. India isn't just one destination, it's a universe in itself, a vibrant mosaic of cultures, landscapes, and experiences. These 20 places, each a world of its own, are just a beginning, a mere glimpse into the subcontinent's boundless treasures. They are invitations to explore, to discover, and to be transformed by the sheer richness of this incredible nation. Whether you are planning a luxurious escape to a palace hotel, a soul-searching backpacking trip through spiritual heartlands, or a romantic honeymoon on a secluded island, India has a journey waiting for you. It caters to the seeker of spiritual enlightenment in the Ghats of Varanasi, the adventurer scaling the high passes of Ladakh, and the historian deciphering the stone narratives of Hampi and Mahabalipuram. It is a land that challenges, inspires, and ultimately embraces every traveler with an open heart and a generosity of spirit that is as vast and varied as its geography. India welcomes you with open arms and a full heart, ready to share its stories, its flavors, and its profound wisdom. The journey doesn't end here. The subcontinent holds countless more secrets in its bustling cities, its remote villages, and its wild, untamed landscapes. We hope this documentary has ignited your curiosity and inspired you to plan your own Indian odyssey. The greatest adventures are those that change our perspective, and a journey through India is, without a doubt, one of the most perspective-altering experiences one can have. Thank you for joining us on this incredible voyage. To continue exploring the wonders of our world and to find inspiration for your next journey, do subscribe to our channel for more travel documentaries like this one. Let the incredible diversity of India be the spark for your next great adventure. The story of this land is endless, and your chapter is just waiting to be written. What will you decide?